for a significant amount of time where we're just kind of out of sync with each other.
Sure.
It's just, you just feel this vibe that it's just like, it's weird. Why is this weird? And then
Yeah, my first indication is we haven't hopped to bed with each other in 2 days.
That's a big indicator.
Right. If it's been 2 days, that's the indicator for me. It's like, oh, hey, maybe we need to talk about something. Don't wait for weeks.
Don't wait for 2 years.
Don't wait for 2 years. Like,
oh my God.
Hey, if you see the signs, go ahead and like think things through first, then address them.
But it's always, even just like, you know, moving about like in the kitchen and we're like continuously in each other's way and like it's getting annoying. Like stuff like that even just translates to something ain't right with us.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's just like, hey, hold up, give me a sec. And then I move over here. I'm like, okay, do what you're gonna do. Let me get out of this.
We're like, I'm just gonna go do something else. You let me know when you're done.
Right. Just simple things like that. And It's funny because like if you've got like a rocky relationship, something silly like that is enough to go ahead and set people off.
Yeah, like the way that he's breathing and the way that they're slamming doors, like, and it's like, I'm just closing them actually. That's, you know, we don't have the soft closed fancy cabinet doors. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, everything you do annoys me. It's like, there's something wrong with y'all. You gotta talk about it.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and like button up this last little bit about the whole disengaging when you're overwhelmed. And like a lot of times that when you go ahead and separate yourself and just abandon everything when you feel overwhelmed, it comes off as apathy. It comes off like you don't care. And I think that a lot of times when a woman feels like the man does not care, it is incredibly scary to her.
It's scary and very personal.
Because you don't love me enough to actually give me any feelings.
Yeah. It's not even maybe he's dealing with like his own mental health stuff. Like maybe something's coming back from that's reminding him of the past or whatever, you know? It's instantly reads to a woman like he no longer loves me.
Sure. Which that could not be it at all.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you go ahead and do certain things, it means certain things to women because they go ahead and take whatever signals you're providing them and they take it, amplify it, and reflect it back to you.
Again.
And so if the signal you're sending her is, I don't care, the signal she's going to send back to you is, not only do I not care about you, I actively hate you. It's like,
well, like,
how did this get here?
I don't care as I don't care about you.
Right.
And then go, well, I don't care about you either. In fact, I hate you.
Right. So let me do you one better.
Yep. I'm going to set everything on fire.
So bottom line is you don't need to be in control of everything as a guy. You just need to be in control of yourself and set proper boundaries and have an idea for how to handle like the storms of life. And I think that doing those kinds of things will keep you away from being Mr. Nice Guy and being a doormat and like taking the betification through 1,000 concessions and end up
doing just enough stuff so that she's not upset.
Yeah, right. And so with those kinds of things in mind, let's go ahead and paint a picture or establish a blueprint for how to lead properly. So we're going to go through some practical tips on how to do these things. The first deal is being present. So some things that this involves eye contact, and not like harsh eye contact, just like, yeah.
The smolder.
No, you're not, well, I mean, maybe the smolder.
Maybe.
Right? It's just it's contextual, but most of the time, just good, solid eye contact.
Soften.
You soften it a little bit, but sometimes it's good to be intense, right? And once again, it's just one of those things where it's contextual, but generally, if you have a fairly calm and even but warm tone, it feels good to women.
Yeah.
To be in that presence. Even if it's just something simple as just looking her in the eye and just grabbing her by the waist, saying, how you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Right? Hey, you felt it. There it is. And the idea is when you're having serious moments, don't be busy on your phone. Just something simple like that, where you appear to be distracted when you should be connected, because it sends the signal that you don't care or that she's not a high enough priority for her to merit undivided attention.
It's been this thing I've noticed it. We've never articulated it, but I'll start talking about a thing that if I want to really like actually talk about it, I'll start and then I'll stop. And then you'll like finish what you were doing or put something on pause and be like, put it down. And you'll look at me and then I'll start talking about it. And it's just the thing that's happened and I've noticed it and it's awesome. And I think that is kind of like what you're talking about.
Right. And it's just one of those things where sometimes it's hard to gauge whether you are just venting or whether you actually want to talk about something.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that early part is gauging that difference and seeing like what level of interaction is she seeking in this, and am I doing anything of importance that I need to go ahead and set boundaries around the interaction? Like if I'm actively busy doing something, that's when I can go ahead and say, I see you want to talk about this. Give me a sec. I'm finishing this and then we can talk about it.
Yeah.
However, you have this tendency of forgetting things when you don't talk about them. So in those moments, I'm like, if it's important, I need you to write it down.
Yeah.
I need you to go ahead and write down the things that are important so we can actually talk about it. I need 5 minutes to get this done. And usually it won't take 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a little bit more. I'll be like, hey, look, it's taking a little bit longer. But the idea is you're communicating and you are having eye contact and saying, hey, look, you are important enough to me for me to address this directly with you. I'm going to let you know that this is what's going on. And it comes from love and respect. And normally that's enough for you to be like, yes, I accept this. I'm going to go ahead and move on.
Yeah. I mean, and there are some days where you're just like, I'm not having this. And I can kind of like read the exasperation a little bit, where it's like, yeah, it's not that important. Or where like you're like, do you really want to talk about this? Are you just like, is this just like a nonsense kind of thing?
Right.
And it kind of lets me read the temperature dial that like, I'm not really about this. Can you not?
Sure. And sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it's how much attention and focus do I need to pay to this?
Yeah.
And do I have the spoons right now to deal with this in this way right now? Or do I need to take a beat and then give you that proper attention?
And then sometimes where it's like, it's not enough. It's not important enough. It's fine. Like,
Sure.
because no, you don't have to be like so attentive and so receptive like all the time.
No.
It's like, no, you're allowed to be a human being and just be like, I can't even with anybody today. Can I just not?
Right. And that's rarely the case. Like,
No, that's rarely the case, but like it's human.
Sure, it's human. But the thing is, like, I think it is incumbent on most men to have few of those kind of circumstances as possible. I think that society is much more forgiving to women in that kind of aspect, where you can go ahead and be like, hey, I'm overstimulated or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like the buzzword is, like, I'm not saying that you're using buzzwords, but a lot of times women use buzzwords to go ahead and get across a common feeling. Whereas I think that it is less acceptable for men. And when men go ahead and claim that kind of emotional space, they need to be really clear about their intent with it. Whereas I think that women kind of get a pass on it.
Yeah, that's true.
So we talked about presence. Next is direction. Set clear plans. So this could be as simple as, hey, I'm taking you to dinner at 8 o'clock. We're going here. I want you to go ahead and look real cute. Right?
Yeah.
And so that sends you the cue that you're going to do your makeup. You're going to go ahead and pick one of the outfits that you know that I'm going to go ahead and look at you a different way when you
Yeah.
put yourself in, right? And so that is enough direction for you to know, hop on board. Because most of the time, you're not going to go ahead and turn down an invitation like that.
Why would I?
Yeah, right? So it's pretty straightforward. And you know that it's coming from a place of love and that I thought enough about you to make plans
Yeah.
for you and to make plans seeing you in a different way, which is why I described the way I'd
Yeah.
like to see you. And so that kind of feeds your emotional bank account in a lot of ways, because you're like, not only did he think of me, he thought to go ahead and take me somewhere. He is going to put in this effort and he wants to see me beautiful. And most women want their men to look
Yeah.
at them as if they're beautiful.
This is especially true if like you are in like the throes of motherhood.
Mhm.
Like the absolute, like you got, spit up on your shirt and like your hair has not been brushed in like 2 days. Like that kind of stuff where it's just like you are at the end of yourself.
Sure.
And it's so nice to be like, hey, I'm going to take you somewhere. Your mom's coming to watch the kids, like that kind of stuff. And where it's just like, I've taken all the responsibility off of your shoulders, and I want to like admire and value and interact with you as a person. And I want to remind you that you're not a baby slave.
Sure.
That is wonderful. It was so cute. I every week I take the kids before I have to come here to the library, and I saw this mom, and she had 2 kids. They're 15 months apart.
Okay.
Like our oldest kids are 14 months apart.
Sure.
They're teenagers now, but like, you know, they are like 3 and 4, you know, or no, I think they were like 2 and 3.
Sure.
But yeah, what she would like put them down, and one would go this way and one would go that way. They're 2 boys.
Yeah.
Like, and she's like chasing them around. She's got like one and she's like going after the other one. And like, she had like a double side-by-side stroller. And I was just like, and I just went, Mama, you're doing amazing. Cause she's, you know, she's at least trying to contain them, but she's trying to give them a, you know, somewhere out in public. And that is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And she just like, her face just changed when I was just like, thank you. Cause I know how much that meant to me. And
Sure.
now I get to be the one to give that to somebody else. And I
Yeah.
said, it's hard. This age is hard, but it gets better.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right. It kind of reminds me of like when we went for chicken the other day, and I saw the general manager of the chicken place, and he was out in the parking lot and like cleaning up trash in the parking lot. And I'm like, hey, you lead a good crew. And he was just like, thanks, man. Because like he probably doesn't go ahead and get a positive compliment like that.
If this message resonated with you, I'll ask that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button below so that you can go ahead and get more. And I ask that you send this message to someone who could benefit from it. I hope you have a fantastic day.